himself. I thought they had called for it earlier. It's Coach Sutton. It's Coach Sutton.
No, you're okay. You're okay.
Look at the pool. At this time, we want to call Mr. Leroy Moore up from actually all come. Mr. Leroy Moore has completed over 50 years, 40 years of service with the county commission. On this anniversary, we want to award so you didn't know what you were going I want to wait on Mr. Long. He did say he was coming. But this plaque indicates 40+ years of service to Perry County Commission and its citizens. Leroy Moore, dedicated servant of the people, 2026, Perry County Commission. You got any words to say?
Well, it's about time to get out of here, bro.
Y'all take our picture. Take our picture. You know, put your award on there, man. He high. Put your award in front so we can see it. All right. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Awesome.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
No, you better make it come in with me. This is Horn, White Rescue Commission. This is Horn.
I was asked to provide you all with the bylaws of the Perry County Chamber of Commerce and secure signatures stating that there are people in the community that are interested in seeing the Chamber of Commerce come back. I have over 50 signatures of businesses, mainly the key businesses, which are Miller's Funeral Homes, College City Drugs, Lottie's Restaurant, Donna's, Print Shop, Hardware, Piggly Wiggly, Harrison Hardware. But in total, I have almost 60 signatures between businesses and citizens that want to see the chamber come back along with the other things that we're gonna bring back under this.
I thank you for this document. Talked with the mayor after that last city council meeting, and he's in favor of us joining together to do it, Marion, Perry County Chamber. And I hadn't gotten in touch with the mayor of Uniontown to see if we could not get Uniontown, Marion, and Perry County all one chamber. And have our lawyer to look at the bylaws and make the changes. I noticed some of the changes, you had 18 board members and how they were selected. That may have to change somewhat, but I appreciate your willingness to provide us this information. I'm excited about y'all taking over the Rose Garden in front of the courthouse and other projects that you got there.
Yes.
So you can count me in on assisting you in any way.
And we do have the permission to use the courthouse square for Locals Reach. And that will be May 2nd. I spoke to Sheriff Fikes, he's gonna make sure that we have proper police protection if needed. We're not going to close off any streets, so I don't know what the city's role will play. But we're not gonna close any streets, we're only going to use the attached parking spaces around the courthouse. And I've ensured Centino's, College City, and Mr. Miller that we would make sure we stay out of their way. That we wouldn't block.
Do you have a time set for this? May 2nd?
They say that vendors will be allowed to start riding at 8 AM. And will, a purple run will start at 2. Vintage cars, motorcycles, anybody that wants to go, and then we'll shut down the vendors at 4.
We'll be working expeditiously to get everything aligned so that the financial aspects of this venture be accounted for as well.
And I've spoken to Black Belt Insurers, and they told me the cost of the $1 million insurance policy. We will have an insurance policy for the event that will cover anybody involved or anybody sponsoring or supporting.
Well, what we have to do now is to get an interest-meeting date set
That's my next,
so we could coordinate that date with the two cities if they so desire or will. I know Marion. So we will have city and county officials there and perhaps an attorney to help navigate us legally through this process. But we will get together. I appreciate that.
and I will work with the 6 that remain on that, chamber board and get a date scheduled and bring it back to you all at the next meeting.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
It is 6 o'clock. We'll call this meeting to order. We'll ask for invocation from Mrs. House.
May we bow? This evening, our dear Father, as we bow right now, I just want to say thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for all things. Thank you, Lord, for health and strength. Thank you for life. Thank you, Lord, for the ups. Thank you for the downs. Lord God, I ask you to please come in. I know you're already here, Lord. Just bless this meeting. Let it be what you had to be. Let us all work together. Let us all love each other. Lord God, bless the audience. Let them be good tonight. And Lord, just let this be a successful meeting. In the name of Jesus, I do pray. Amen.
Now, Greg, we call the roll.
District 1,
Present.
District 2,
Here.
District 3,
Here.
District 4, District 5,
Here.
a quorum has been established.
You have before you the agenda for the February 10th meeting. There's a motion to adopt the agenda.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the agenda with the addition of discussion of the grant for the Old National Guard Armory and discussion of the administrative probationary period. We need to have a discussion on that also.
We'll add those two items, the discussion of the National Guard grant from USDA and discussion of the
on number 7.
Yeah, number 7.
The city council contract with Jill, we discussed it at that point. Okay.
Been moved and properly, it's that second, like, minute were mailed out to, the emergency meeting. Let's take that one first, let me have a motion to adopt the emergency meeting minutes.
So,
Been moved by Mr. Powell, is there a second? Second by Mr. Long. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, have the same right. Motion carries. Let us, adopt the minutes of our last meeting. Our last meeting, minutes were mailed out to you, and there a motion to adopt the minutes from our last meeting.
I make a motion about the minutes.
Moved by Commissioner Long, is there a second?
I said,
Second by Commissioner Howard, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, have the same right, motion carries. Ms. Kimber, you're up.
Good evening, Commissioner. This is one main item of topic is change order that was submitted by the architect and the contractor on the H&H building renovation.
That'll be, it's listed on the agenda,
Okay.
those changes. These changes, if you could go ahead and do the rest of your report, we'll bring these up, when we get to that.
Okay, that was pretty much it. That's
We need a report on, the, ST Bone contract, and how many days were in that contract, and how many days remain on that contract.
I spoke with Esteban on yesterday. They claimed that, we were, next in line, and hoping to get to us this week. Reached out to them today, you could get a return call from anyone. Actually checked another project that I knew they had been working on, and, they wasn't present on that site either. I'm not for sure, but I'm almost certain we sent out the bids. They had 30 days to start work. Now, I have to check it, but I'm almost certain it's 30 days.
Well, they've already indicated at the start of those signs that they did start. But how many days of work did, get completed?
It should have been no longer than 30 days for that small project. The only thing changed was the road at the school. That was added after the project was let, so.
If we have any identification for, late start,
Well, up until this week, their, reason was due to the weather. So, between, holidays and the weather, that really they probably had about 10 days to actually work. But that's depending on them being mobilized since they put up the sign.
I think we need to send them a letter from our attorney. If you would, draft a letter to ST Bone and ask them, that we're desirous of getting City Bluff Road completed. And that the contract has been extended, signed, and delivered. Per the terms of the contract, their obligation has not been fulfilled.
Younger, you know, if we pay that past due bill,
I think you
Paid the last where y'all are working at now?
We're doing some, leveling on County Road 6 and, Hudson Shore Road, also, County Road 12 and, County Road 20. We'll be leveling, then, the arm track on County Road 51 and it's, I think it's scheduled to move to Hudson Shore Road next. We've been patching on various roads. We do have 2 motor graders that are currently down. And, we've been doing some, ditch work on just, various dirt roads.
What road, no bridge?
One, which is our motor grader, it's been losing power. Started losing power, last week, so, tracking equipment supposed to be on site tomorrow. Troubleshooting to find out what's going on. The, demo machine, we have yet to, have a chance to operate it. When we first got the machine, we unloaded it in the cylinder for a while. It came out and repaired the cylinder last Monday, and, we got it operated Thursday, and we had a hydraulic leak. So, they might have got it repaired today, but that was a demo machine that we've had for a couple weeks, but we haven't yet had it demo.
And all that, rolled off of Five that you all get a chance to work on it. Satisfied?
Oh, yeah, yes, sir, we did.
Anyone else have any questions of the engineer?
Yes, I do. The parking lot for the storm shelter at Uniontown, do you have a timeline when we started on that?
Yes, sir, that's, I went down today. If we don't get any rain by Thursday, maybe we'll do something, by Thursday. It was pretty dry today.
Oh,
I think we can get in there and move around.
okay, the, drive going to the cemetery, that I want you to take a look at, Mr. Price, take a look at it. Just waiting on the weather to get better so they can put in a cover pipe or something for the drainage.
Yeah, we would've, the motor graders would've been down, we were able to have it done by now. When I talked to the operator, we were gonna use the motor grader, we may have to go back and use it back up. We'll look at it tomorrow, we can get it done back up.
Okay, sure. Then I heard anything on the San Jose grant? I know it's February, be the month we're here.
We met today.
Met today.
Got this,
Good news.
that great.
Okay.
Then the clerk report will, later.
Did you get a chance to look at the, shelter down there?
Yes, ma'am, I actually, talked to, Mr. Strode earlier. So the gentleman that did the, thing, they were supposed to order another seal for the door. I called him today and left a message, just waiting on him to reply. He's actually supposed to be maintaining all the shelters, so, it shouldn't be a problem. He was there.
You may ought to write, whoever that is, a letter, so that we can have a record that we've asked them to, come out and repair that. So we won't lose any points that we may have, on the warranty agreement. Okay, we're going on to, change orders that the Judge Richard Davis entered to for copy of proposed change order that the facility. We spoke with the architect earlier about the difference in the various change orders that she has proposed. We need to look at each one of those change orders, looking at the cost as well as functionality of it. One change order deals with, Ms. Kimber, we want to go ahead on, we'll chime in where needed, if we want to go over 2, 3, and 4.
Okay, I'll start with change order 3, I think this is the most important. Really, how we got started on this project is the roof. And the other work that we do, that we still have to follow this roof, still a big same issue. So they gave us 2 options on the roof. One was to remove the existing roof that is in place now, as well as the framing and the metal roof. That cost would be roughly $42,000. The second option would just removing the roof and framing and installing a membrane system on top of the existing roof. That's for $17,000. So one would be total roof replacement, and the other would be partial for the membrane on the existing. The change order 3 is probably going to be the most costly when we look at the other 2. The other 2 are more cosmetic. One is the doors, having all the doors the same. The others would be having the flooring the same throughout the building, as well as the door handles and window sets. And the last one,
Sheetrock.
vertical panels.
Sheetrock on the walls instead of what we have down there now, would be that option. That city that we are paying cash for this renovation, cost is a concern. Make sure that we stay within the confines of what we have budgeted out for that. The change order for the roof is essential. I think that we should look at option 2, which is only $16,964. Until we are able to come up with additional revenue property next year to redo the whole roof. With the that's to be the front and the back shed of the roof. But I think initially, she said, I thought we had discussed this in the original contract about that roof system. And she said it wasn't in our original contract, so.
Yeah, they said they couldn't, until they got under the metal roof, they didn't know what frame, the condition of the frame was.
She said either one would cure the leaking problem. One is just more, she said secure because you're doing the whole roof where if we do just the part on the back side there, it'll be be as stable as doing the whole roof. I'm suggesting we go with option two.
Is it the lifespan of option two, with the typical, was it 5, 10 years out there,
We
15?
didn't do a lifespan on either, just difference between us doing the whole roof and us doing partial, to stop the rain from coming in and partial to do it. And, looking at all that we have, having to do now, unexpectedly, is more fiscally sound at this point to do option two. At this point, the chairman will entertain the motion that we accept change order three, option two. That's the motion.
What was the original contract?
It is an extra. We come up with that roof, but it's gonna be extra. And I'm paying that balance of that.
Option two, did you take care of the problem?
Yeah, option two, actually what the architect recommended. He said for the condition that the roof is in, that would be the best option to go. Yes, sir.
The roof repair included in the original bid?
Right. This is, so in the bid, it was the exterior portion of the roof.
Okay.
Once they got under the exterior, they said that the framing has decayed. This is, got to do with framing under the roof.
At this point, we'll take a motion for option two of, change order number three.
Only two on
Right. Been moved by Commissioner Long that we will accept change order number three, option two, at $16,964. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner, Howell. Is there any other discussion? Seeing not, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed, have the same right. Motion carries. Option two, change order two, deals with the knobs, making those accessible and making those look, uniform throughout the building. That cost is $6,054.
What's wrong with the knobs?
He said that the, knob give it for, they need to be replaced.
They don't meet the, handicap requirements, ADA.
There was one, no? I mean, you have to have a handicap, though. It don't matter the knob, not on the building, I mean, it's not actually big. I mean, you have to have a handicap. Can you cut that people down or something?
Well, it got, replaced all the existing knob door handsets and lever sets. Knob handsets is legal. The knob handsets do not meet ADA code, so we gotta make sure that happens. And these will not match the new lever sets that we got installed. I'll say that it's unlikely that someone is going to complain about the doorknobs not meeting code, but it is my obligation to point out that it does not meet code and that needs replacing at $6,054.
You know, it looks like the place that makes a bid, they put enough money in the bid, it's a stock, you know, take some of this in for a bid. Now you bid on some, you bid a little high on unexpected things. Now, I've been around working on rental house and stuff, and I know
item, change order 2, item 3, that we deny that. Let me get a motion to deny, the matching tile. To deny the matching tile. They want to put matching tiles on the new boat.
I'll make that motion.
Been moved by Commissioner Long, that on the change order request number 2, item 3, that it be denied. Is there a second? Second by Mrs. House, that's the question. Seeing not, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, have the same right. Motion carries. Now, on item 1 of change order 2, $6,054 for the knobs. Will the bathrooms have the handicap accessible
They will.
on the new side instead of on the old side? Because these changes are all on the old side, on the red.
The bathrooms were already scheduled for changes, so they're included. These are on the doors on the other side of what is driver's license offices. And then the doors and, extension offices.
Was that, $6,054? $5,000, $500, what they included?
No, it wasn't.
The 6,000 wasn't included in that, what it would take to put the doors and knobs throughout the building that meet the ADA compliance. We do have ADA compliant building, and that's the same thing that we're running into at the jail now, that we gotta make sure the stuff is ADA compliant. I'm gonna make a I'm recommend that we go ahead and add that to the building. Chair recognizes the motion on change order 1, request number 2, for the handicap accessible doors and knobs, $6,054. Is there a motion?
I make said motion.
The motion by Commissioner Lewis, is there a second?
I second.
Second by Mrs. House, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, have the same right.
Nay.
2 nays. Motion carries. Change order 4, all frame walls and offices have been pre-finished by the county. As the finished surface in the course of removing wall bases allow new flooring to be installed, much of the final has been torn away. It will be difficult to patch this and have a clean finished surface. I recommend providing a 1-4 layer of gypsy plywood, existing panel. This will provide a new clean finish, and the cost is $11,000. So we got 11,000, 6,000, 17,000, 16,000, $33,000.
Is this the whole unit?
Yeah, for the whole building. I think we would have some money left over from what talking with the fire people today.
Yeah, only because I checked. Well, none of this included in the original plan, this is something new that popped up.
Yes, sir, so, what he's saying so, on the floor trimming, it wasn't like the wood trim, it was this
This vinyl that goes anticipate none of that when
Total amount of the change orders, if we accept the change order number 4, will be $34,101. And that will bring it to $560,000 for the building.
How much was original on that? 5 So we going up 35.
I'm gonna make a recommendation that we approve change order number 4 at $11,083. Is there a motion by the body to approve change order number 4?
Have to complete the whole building.
Yes, ma'am. Been moved by Commissioner Howard that we accept change order number 4 at $11,083. Is there a second? Is there a second? I'm gonna make a second and pass the gap to the Vice Chairman to carry this particular motion.
got a motion on the floor for change order. Request number 4, motion was made by Commissioner Howard, second by Chairman Turner. I'll do a roll call vote on this.
Fourth vote for that.
Sir.
Fourth vote is fine.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Abstain.
Those are tied. We will revisit that issue. Mr. Kimber, you would forward this or letter to the architect. And we'll move forward from there. Thank you very much. We need a motion to move the IT room from upstairs in the jail to downstairs. And then take proposals for the cost. This is a material operation of the jail. And they'll begin to build the room for the IT service. So this is retroactive. Downstairs, it's a room that they're building inside the, what would have been the library, but, they're making the room there, to move the equipment down. Yeah, you got the attic and then you got the regular floor.
How many bids do we have on this?
We don't have any, we have
Any
regular
bids?
floor.
Make a motion to, Chairman, question for you. I seen that we, did inquire on the, fire protection engineer to come over. Has he came in and gave us assessment yet?
Yes, sir.
He gave us a punch list on it.
He hadn't given us the punch list. He came over, walked through it. He's going to prepare that, yes, he does have it cost us $6,000,
6,750, I think it showed.
to do that. So he's already been over, I think he came over today. And he will have that punch list to us, hopefully by next Tuesday. And move forward on that, but this was one of the earlier recommendations that we got started on before we, said we were gonna do the engineering, the fire protection engineering. So we're moving ahead on it, but we need to get the, board's permission to material
How much you don't pay?
This is a water.
Water, baby.
Yeah, this is a water on here.
Well, it should be as recommendation. I don't know what it's gonna cost, I hadn't gotten any. We sent one out to Cellcom, we sent one out to Digital Information System. And, we need to send one more out, so we need to find another computer outfit that.
No doubt you need to move it, but I think we should be here and then next meeting we decide which one to be in central price and then give it best job.
Make a motion to table.
And you wanna go ahead on and just go ahead on and get bids,
Yeah, and then
I mean, get proposals.
these 3 bids, and then we'll discuss it, then we're gonna know that need to be done, but we can't just give them a bid, we got to
So
know.
we got this contract, we got them in the room, so, but we got time. Alright, we got a motion to table.
Motion to table.
We got to do a motion to table number 4, and go ahead on and get 3 proposals, and have them to come look at
He made
Mr. Lewis made the motion, Mr. Long seconded that we table item 4 until, the next meeting, that we go ahead and get proposals, to move the IT room from upstairs to downstairs. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, say the same way.
Chairman, I have a question before we move on, I'm not out of order. With the engineer, when we met with the state fire marshal, you recommended that we get the fire protection engineer to come in and give us a punch list and possibly do things in phases. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Hopefully get the sheriff's office back into the front part of the building sooner. So should we wait on some of these repairs until after the engineer kind of give us a direction of where to go, so we try to get the sheriff's office in? So
But these things here were already
yeah, I understand that they don't have that.
valid, and once I'm looking no longer than 30 to 60 days of being out of the jail. Based on the conversations I've had with the fire sprinkler system guy, 2 people that have come and looked at the IT room, those things, 2 things that had to be done before we even consider anything. So there's no need to bring, saying we're gonna get the front part done, and then you still ain't got no images. It's still gonna cost you X number of dollars per day, handle, images, so. Let us go ahead on and, global fire extinguisher came today. They gave us a, it was a price of $57.54 for repairing the system, and warranting the system afterwards to come and do what we haven't done, is just to test the system. You perform an annual sprinkler inspection, conduct a main drain test all water flow, perform a visual inspection, tag the system, testing a 1-5 alarm system, testing approximately 1 backflow, providing a copy of the report. We will remove and replace 8 drawers and outdate fire extinguishers. We will replace 1 busted head located in the ceiling. We will replace air in the fire system to check the leaks. That's what they are proposing to do now, to see the damage of the fire sprinkler system. And that proposal is $57.54.86. And that has to be done to test, because his report will go to the engineer, to the fire engineer. And that lessens some of the cost of the fire engineer, because he was going to take the report, he was going to take the report of road fire engineer, cost would have been roughly $10,000 plus, like I said, and we would still have to do, the examination of the sprinkler system to see what's wrong with it.
So they will keep it up and charge $800 a year, they're gonna be checking.
Yeah, but the total amount for what he gotta do now
Get
is
it back in Paul.
get it back and up to par.
Then they gonna charge, they will come back and give you a check for $800.
Right.
I make a motion. Send that bill.
Been moved by Commissioner Long that we employ Global Fire out of Tuscaloosa to come and inspect and repair the sprinkler system. Mind you, now that is just for him to come now to do what they call putting it on the rack. Testing to see what they gonna aim to have to do. So we don't know what the bill is being, we don't know if they come back and say we need a whole new fire sprinkler system. They don't know, we come back and put in some holes. That is for them to tell us what they're gonna have to do. And after talking with the engineer, he will accept that, be able to take it off his, he'll accept this report here and take it off of his bill, because that lower his bill is $6,750. But his bill would have been excess of $10,000 if he had to hire this company to come do that.
Oh, so you already told the engineer about this portion of it?
Oh,
Okay.
I'm saying that we gotta move expeditiously because, you know, two factors, you spend money, on one hand with inmates, being housed outside the county. So there's no need of us waiting, to do what we gotta do and to get the jail back up to par. It's been moved by Mr. Long, is it second? Second by Mr. Childs, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, have the same right. Motion carries. We have SP Engineering. This would be the professional development agreement for the Perry County Jail. His scope of work is outlined here. But what he will do for $6,750. The fire marshal was here today with them. Fire marshal was here today. Fire marshal in this outfit apparently had a great working relationship. There was no hesitation from the fire marshal when I told him that we were using SP Engineering, and they have worked together before, and he's very confident in whatever plan that they come up with, we execute the plan. And at portion where we can allow office space to move back over, then we'll be moving in that direction as well. That'll be the first thing we want to do is to develop a plan that will get the operation of the sheriff department back into their facility. Second would be to make sure that we can get inmates back into the jail before total completion. And that's what we talked about today. I need the inmates in before they may be completed everything. And that is a possibility, depending on which, what's the cost of these items and how fast we can get them done and award these contracts. Now, so far, none of the contracts have exceeded, none of the estimates have exceeded $100,000. That would require us to bid them out. So Global, go ahead and give us a price, calculate, do what they gotta do. That would be satisfactory to move forward with them. come on site. And that contract is $6,750 for the motion
But the fire marshal was here.
with this company. That they know. No, he didn't recommend the company, he just vouched that this company was a good thing. And that worked. Whatever they told us to do and we did, it wouldn't be a problem, we get in jail. $6,750. Yeah, he had worked. Been moved that we retroactively pay SP Engineering automobile $6,750 as our fire engineer group. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, have the same right. Motion carried. Servpro, caused that mold in the jail that has been removed, have to clean the ducts. And the ducts, cleaning would be $2,200. And, there's 3 cleaning units. And, we have to, notify them, of our decisions tonight on contracting them to vacuum out, 3, units. It's the vacuum line, they had mold in the cells and we remove the mold out of the cells so the air is coming through the ducts. Out the air, so mold and that needs to be cleaned.
Shouldn't it be done toward the end of the project?
It may be, not necessarily, have everybody lined up, and they not to come in and work while we're doing that all. But I'm trying to get you guys to see that we need to have everybody lined up so they can go get along and get this done. They not gonna let anybody down to the, acquisition ducts are vacuumed out and coil on the acquisition are clean. So, these 3 things that I'm talking about tonight are the 3 primary things that were pointed out by the fire marshal before we got the engineering company. So we know we gotta get those ducts cleaned out before anybody returns to that. So you don't know how far down the line we're gonna be for certain. We wait 2 months, a month, and call Servpro, we may get another 2 or 3 weeks before they can get to you. So the faster we can schedule it and work with those contractors that are in there, the better. It may not work at the same time as the sprinkler system people need. It may work before the sprinkler system people need. So once they know we'll coordinate with everybody, make sure that everybody won't be in everybody's way. Let me, Chairman wants to receive a motion of $2,200 for Servpro to do the vacuuming and microbial spraying of the duct system and the core units of application. All of you have been done. Moved by Mrs. Howard, we will contract with Servpro, $2,200. Second by Mr. Long. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
So you got somebody, so old says, Jing, or so skin thing, or whatever, and you could run it right in and out.
So we'll coordinate that each month.
You don't have a phone?
We don't have a form.
You don't have nobody with the county that's all overseeing this day-to-day operation? I mean, you must go in and don't know nobody's answer to.
Well, they will answer, each company will answer for their own contract. They have some deal.
Job is being.
Well, your engineer will be the person that you're gonna have to make sure that it's done correctly. The SP engineering company, they will do that.
So they go help.
But they will have people here to oversee work, making sure that the work is done in compliance.
Just too many people coming out the door.
Well, it's gonna be a lot of movement, here. You got that resolution,
Supervisor.
Chairman,
yes, ma'am.
as they come in and out, they will report to us. I mean, we'll know.
Well, we'll know when Ms. Gordon, I won't be here, Ms. Gordon will know when they're coming in and out. We've also,
We'll go back on that job, about this fall, we'll go back and then, then I'll bring it up. But I think we should do.
okay, as you know, as we've been calling out prices, we have to,
Did no sheriff got the authority that he's gonna oversee this himself? I mean, at the jail, right?
well, when you got a fire engineer, that's what we're paying the fire engineer for, is to make sure that the work that they're doing is code compliant and get past the fire inspector's, review. So they will make sure everything will be done right. I don't think
Well, the project did make, I would think you'd have a sign-in sheet, what they're doing, when they're signing.
I'm sure that once the engineer gets here and sets up, we're gonna have to pay him more than the $6,700. But you're gonna have to pay the $6,700 to get him in to start telling us what it is that we gotta do. They told us these things day one. So we jumped on these things day one so that we can be moving towards a completion as rapidly as possible. Now, the next thing is that we need to do a resolution. We talked with Citizen Trust Bank about extending the line of credit of $250,000 to pay for the work that has to be done at the jail. If we'll have that secured by at least $50,000 of the tipping fee money that is coming in to the county as a way to pay the money back, that we will not receive the prime on the interest, and that this will be done in a maximum of 6 quarters, that we'll pay at least $50,000 a quarter
Every 3 months.
every 3 months. So if you're not,
So, in other words, the bank over, you talking about finance this, project, it's gonna be done,
that's correct.
what interest rate it gonna charge?
It can't exceed prime. Prime now is 6.5%.
This will be for to prepare the jail,
Exclusively for the jail.
strictly for the jail.
I make a motion to table until we get a clear understanding how much it's really gonna cost. We estimate 250, maybe 300. But we're gonna go get them, we know exactly what we're gonna get. After the engineer come in and point us in all the directions, we start getting bids in on stuff that have to be done. Because if we go get 250 now, we might be going right back again and get another 100.
What I'm saying now is that if we start, that's like we're spending money tonight. You're depleting, we spent $98,000+ already cash. And you're depleting your cash flow that we have in reserve. And you're gonna have companies that you can't tell, fire, that the people gonna come for the sprinkler system and say, that's $120,000, $150,000 to do a new sprinkler system. I can't go to them and say, I'm gonna have to wait to pay this. on this project till we get, for another 2 weeks, till we try to run down people to give us proposals, because this took us from last Tuesday to today to get final proposals in today from those companies that we just knew. But when we talking about going to get at least three bids from different companies, they have come down and look at it. That's gonna push the project back into March, even get started. If we have a 250, which just looking at from conversations that we're talking with them, 250 would be more than enough to cover the cost of the jail that is going to be needed, and we can begin almost immediately getting this project underway. If we have to wait to get everything in, add it up and say, we have the ability to go get $1 billion at any time from Citizen Trust. So if we get 250 and 250 ain't enough, we need to go back and get some more, do another resolution, and go back and get some more. But we tapped out at a minute. And I think this seed money, so that we can go ahead on and get through this project as expeditiously as we can. And we're gonna sit back and wait till we get the actual bid number in, and then say, all right, now we can start work. We're talking about mid-March.
But Chairman, at this point, you said that the engineer came in and did a walkthrough. But he haven't given us back any information. The only thing we're going off of is the initial information. So we don't know what else has to be added. We can come in at any time, call an emergency meeting within 24 hours and pass the resolution, and we can get the money. I just want to wait till the engineer come back and give us a punch of this, of the things that we're going to need. We'll have a clear idea right now. We guessing. I feel like we're guessing because the state fire marshal said that thing to do is for y'all to get a fire protection engineer.
Well,
He'll come in and he'll guide you through every single thing that needs to be done to satisfy the state fire marshal.
If the engineer is saying, if the engineer is saying to you that your sprinkler system got to be done before anybody comes in, that IT system got to be moved before anybody comes in, and that those vents got to be cleaned before anybody comes in. Those three things we know, and we need to go ahead because it ain't gonna be like I can go to Birmingham tomorrow, sign some papers and pick up the money. You know, when you're dealing with government, it's a little bit more involved than when we're dealing with personal. So if we get past the resolution and we don't use 250, we turn it back in.
$98,000 come across our desk from
I don't know why you bought all those lights over there. Those $20,000. You see it came in your bills. Well, I can't argue about what you saw and what you didn't. I know that it was approved and they've been paid for and they've been installed. So, I'm just saying to you all is that if we want to be speaking, doing the things that the fire marshal and the engineer has already pointed out to us that has to be done before any consideration of bringing people back into the jail has to be done. Or if y'all want to sit and wait and, you know, then come back and say, well, let's go and we now know the exact total. It's like we thought we had the exact total for the Avery Center, but it may find something later that we got to come back to. So I'm just saying we need to have the money at hand to be able to go ahead and move contractors on down the road instead of sitting on our hands. But we know that these three things have to be done before anybody can occupy the jail. And I know the fire engineer know that if the sprinkler system, and just looking at what he said today, that we're not gonna need a total new sprinkler system, so you know that ain't gonna be $100,000. I just wanna be able to have the money at hand so we can tell these people to go to work. When we tell these people to go to work,
But you should not come back to us, but you ain't.
well, you still, but you have money to pay them.
You recognize the money?
I haven't recognized him for some in discussion phase right now. When that's what you would do, that ain't not what I'm doing. So, that's when we're not having any discussion, well, we don't operate over all of these orders. So we need to decide if we want to wait and allow this chaos that we have with employees, sheriff department, inmates, we need to go ahead and get people working to get people back in the jail.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
This money we can talk about, we need to maybe get, if it's too much, you gotta have receipts and everything, what you do. Can't you come back in? I mean,
Yeah, you can pay it off early.
you can pay that money back on your debt. What I'm saying, all y'all sitting out there, now all of us sitting up here, we know that jail needs to be fixed. And we know, wait a minute, let me finish. And we know we need to do this. Because it's causing confusion among us as people. We need to get this resolved. And we need to stop fighting against, I mean, let's go do it. And he can help the money. The
Well,
money
Ms.
is
House addressed the commission, let's talk to the five of us up here. You're not in.
We pay taxes. She can talk to us, we pay taxes.
Well, let us have water.
She can talk to us, we
Let us
pay
have water.
taxes.
But what I'm saying,
Thank you.
instead of us sitting up here and not agreeing to go ahead and get the jail started, it's an issue. We need to get the jail open. We need to get the jail fixed. And what I'm saying, but if you keep tabling it, it's gonna take longer and longer and longer.
Get started already, we just voted for Serve to come in. We voted for Ferguson, we got people working.
So that's
All
why
I'm
I
saying
asked
is
for
that the engineer come in, so if you come in and say, it's not worth fixing. I don't know what the engineer may say, I just wanna wait to see it published. He might have it done for, we need to call a meeting next week. I'll be right there up at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, we'll go ahead and get one of those meetings get started, but right now, I'm not gonna just table it until we see exactly where we going.
Well, see, we gonna have to tell these individuals to wait.
But
Because you know, you got, but you got other expenses that go along with county government that has to be paid with cash money that we have. Why do you wanna expend all of your cash money when you could get this money, have the money in a separate account, not in the general account, but in a separate account that we can draw down as needed? It's not going to be a check and a handout, $250,000, it's gonna be a drawdown.
I didn't know that don't get the money, I just said, wait until we get what we're gonna spend it on.
Well, we know we got these items to spend it on, so we need to get something to
That
spend it
was
on.
like what, 57, 67, 22, you know, we don't have that. It's not a great deal that we gotta take care of at this point. By the time they get through with this, we'll be ready to go to the next phase, then we go ahead and approve, we might approve 500,000. Let's go ahead and get in jail,
You're
then.
talking 15,000, then you got another 10,000 that the plan, then you're gonna pay probably another $20,000 to hold these inmates another 30 days, and you had 25 times 17 times 30. All of this gotta come from somewhere, and it gotta come out this money.
Yeah, well, the 250 gonna be strictly for the jail.
But don't you think housing inmates is part of the jail?
So we're gonna pay for the housing out
You
there
got
too.
to, what else you doing? Why would you?
The lady told me that's what Mama said. If you say, well, we need to help cover other expenses,
Well,
now we'll be clear on it.
jail
that trip to Washington.
The motion on the floor is for us to, pass a resolution to access $250,000 on a drawdown implement as needed from, Citizens Trust Bank to cover jail expenses.
But I don't think $250,000 would touch it, we're gonna possibly fix that jail. And I think this business outlook, we should have more information, and you can call a special meeting, and then we, no doubt you have money, no doubt you got to get paid, but we just got to know more about it, because $250,000, the department bucket was gonna cost us to that deal, that's how it will start. I would think that would be rather a $70-50 project. I mean, you got bills up here, $30,000, you don't eat up $100,000, but you know, $250 won't touch it. And don't tell what they gonna buy, you need to, it's in bad shape. No doubt, I'm quick getting fixed, you need to fix it, quick as burn. We don't put that wagon full of it home, we just got to.
Well, I'm trying to get you to understand.
Listen,
That you have expenses that are finna come down, unforeseen expenses that you finna incur. If you would take your calculator and you do 30 days times $25 a day, then you got employees that you pay. The employees are covered with your other expenses of your $225 a day. That's not covered. It's not covered.
so this $250,000 will cover the inmates, it's gonna cover the employees that.
We already in the budget.
I thought they already was in the budget because, you know, the employees,
But you need it, you need
that'd
that.
be covered twice.
Well, it's gonna be, you're gonna be running up a attack that's gonna run you today. Because you're not addressing, you're keeping it down. If we come in Friday with a special meeting, then it's next week before you get to Birmingham to, everything. But,
I'm gonna keep my mind on this. You see them two cameras out there? These people are watching this, and it's their money, and you gotta answer what's going on. Don't tell that you gotta be done in a hurry, we just gotta get in a hurry and get your answer in, and let's get it, let's go. But this is too much out there in the open. Boom, 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 that don't add up. Any good businessman don't go and do business, can't do it. You gotta have, and we just gotta get it all. And we can have a special meeting, we can have a special meeting.
We'll wait. Y'all wanna wait, we'll wait.
Are you gonna
Again,
get the information?
But we'll get the information, but when we call our emergency meeting, y'all be here, and we move. But I'm just telling you, that we are going to, this is putting the project back at least a month.
Well, you got this, no, we gotta have more to go on. $250,000.
This is putting the project back a month. Well, you shouldn't have been talking about,
When I'm talking about money,
what I'm talking about the money.
you don't bring out the door, you gotta know what's going on. I mean, okay, that's your thinking, that's my thinking. Now, if you got the votes to do it, go on and do it, it'll be fine. But I'm one that's not gonna be sitting out there just, I just can't do that. But we can get our ducks and all, come up here and.
I told you, that's what we're gonna go, y'all wanna go with, waiting,
We got a motion,
with motion to the table is, now in order, been moved by Lewis to table the resolution to bar, second by, Harrison. All in favor of the table, say aye. Opposed? Nay. So, move on. Parnell Storm Shelter, we talked about those repairs for Parnell. Mr. Kimbrough, did we have any indication of when they would get there with the ceiling? The seal that, because you come in, you got a tornado, rain, wind. Did they give us any indication?
He's supposed to already have the order from this thing for sure. He just gotta come back and install it. I'll try to reach him again tomorrow, but it's supposed to be already ordered.
Okay. We have a temporary contract, Mr. Jerry Moore, for janitorial services. The young lady that we had has another job, a permanent job, so we were down to this 2 janitors. Jerry has come in and done a great job. We need to, affirm his contract at $10 an hour for 30 days.
I have a question. This position, I was wondering, Sheriff, do you have anybody that can fill the position for 30 days on your staff?
Maybe I just have to check. I got to check and ask if anyone want to do it.
That's the way to save funds in here. We can do someone from the jail staff.
It won't be janitors, it won't be janitors, they certainly welcome to be a janitor. And until then, we need to keep the board on.
He can go for 30 days, we'll go back and get this investment.
But that's what we gave him a contract. Hopefully, the original person will be back on her family, not to leave.
Another 30 days.
If she's not back and able to do her work.
So he asked us to give him 30 more days.
Imagine again, the original 30 days. We hired him in an emergency situation, and now we're coming.
30 days, and he come back and finish.
There's a motion by Mr. Long that we hire Mr. Moore at $10 an hour for 30 days, if there's second. Second by Mr. Howes. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, have the same right. Motion carries. We have 2 community appropriations from Mrs. Howes and Mr. Lewis and R.C. Hatch. Bobcat, and that amount was $1,000 from each, or was it 500?
I got 1,000 for the boys and 1,000 for the girls.
Coming up, $1,000 from Mr. Lewis, $2,000 from Mr. Lewis, and what was yours, Ms. Howes?
1,500.
$1,500 from Ms. Howes. That motion that we spend, those 2 appropriations to R.C. Hatch and, high school, a total of $3,500. I had discretion. Moved by Mr. Long, second by Mr. Harrison. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed have the same right. Motion carried. We have before us, met yesterday. They later had a phone conversation on inmates. In our discussions that we had earlier, we had talked about alternative sentencing for those that are being held on bond. That they may come out with ankle bracelets, that they will have to pay for, they can stay in jail, or they can reduce their bonds. Some can be released. They did give us a list. Yesterday, the DA has looked over the list, and he has made those recommendations to the judge, the presiding judge. So I was in Montgomery today. I don't know who or what was considered to be done. We have inmates in Bibb County, we have inmates in Dale County, we have inmates in Wilcox County, we have inmates in down in Uniontown. So we got inmates all over.
How many inmates
What is Sheriff?
Yes,
How many total inmates you got?
25.
25. total inmates all over. You got Cullen, so you got inmates. Now we need to try to centrally locate these inmates. Now, Hill County produced a itemized bill, and we talked to Judge Wiggins, and they asked for $31,320 for the number of days that they had. In our discussion, the inmates are being credited to the county after their first adjudication. So once they become a city inmate, you may be in jail a day, 2 days on the city. And once that person has traveled into court, has been assigned an attorney, charged read to him, then he becomes a county inmate. And he remains a county inmate until he's either bonded out or, he moves forward. Be found guilty for the crime. So we are having to hold people that we don't even know. We gotta pay for those people that we don't even know. And the $60 a day that Hill County charged us was without any contract, without any agreement. We allowed the sheriff and the probate judge and another commissioner where we are. We're willing to do something. Judge has asked them to reduce the bill. They didn't get back in touch with us today. He asked us what we thought would be fair. And I said anywhere from $20 to $25 a day would be a reasonable cause for us, seeing that we are not obligated. But that we would make an offer to try to sell this at $20, $25 a day. They want to take it back to their commission to see where they are with this. If that's the case, then we'll be willing to sell this now with Hill County. In the meantime, we met with the Durango County Commission this morning, and we agreed on $25 a day with Durango County. They will house all our inmates. We will provide the medical and the transport. If they have to go to a scheduled doctor appointment and whatnot. All the emergencies, they will call the emergency personnel to come and pick them up. They agreed on $25. That's much less than the $60 that Hill County is proposing. I want to take the motion to contract with Durango County for a maximum of 60 days with automatic renewal if we are not.
That's better than Hill County.
Oh, much better.
That's every inmate.
That's all 25 of them that he had. He didn't have $25 a day. Some, I don't know, I didn't get in touch with Robert and that. Did Judge Wiggins say anything to you, Sheriff, about,
I know he'll have court tomorrow.
okay. I know Robert was gonna look at the list and gonna give the warrants. I'll probably call him when I leave here tonight to see how many of the 20. Right. Those that are no danger. And I think you had 4 or 5 capital murder people that has to be, you can't get out on bond, so we know those 3 that are. I want to enter into a contract so that the department know where to carry inmates. Right now, he just can't wherever he can get them in. And, it is our responsibility to designate a jail, spot for them. Now, Wesley, if you, we're gonna get down to the legal. If, you wanna chime me in on this contract was prepared by Prince. We didn't get it this morning, but I told him we would take care of it tonight and, send it down to the sheriff who will sign it tomorrow. And,
You gonna get your, you gonna get Kelly to look at it,
but they looked at, they prepared.
and you prepare with that.
I've been in discussion with Mr. Chestnut. I have not personally reviewed it, but he has reviewed it. I think he sent it in with his approval.
The sheriff is here, so we need the sheriff to sign it. And, we need to sign it after we vote on it. Is there any discussion on,
We gonna get all the inmates out of Coleman County, Cameron County, all be in Marino County, right?
that's
We
correct?
got 25, so, but tomorrow there's gonna be some relief, so it won't be that many.
That's correct.
Then gonna release 20.
He's gonna give the judge a list of those that he don't object to getting out on the lower bond or on ankle.
But be less
It'll be less. And $25 a day, 30 days is $700 and some odd dollars. $750 for 30 days per person. And we got, let's just say they end up with 18, that's $13,500 for 30 days.
Pay a lot more than that now.
We're gonna negotiate the zero in, pay it 31,000 now. We're gonna negotiate that and get it down, because we don't have a legal obligation to pay anything. And, we have contract out for the year, but I don't know how you, gonna ascertain that you have a legal obligation to pay for something that you didn't ask for. That you would sign, that you didn't negotiate with, and it's like when I talked to the sheriff of Marino County, before you do anything, you have a contract. I'm not gonna put, I'm not gonna allow any inmate to come here until we have a signed contract. And,
So Hill County, Coleman County, they never signed contract.
the Coleman County is doing like we used to do, reciprocity. We would hold their inmates if they had a problem, they had over hours, and I think the Sheriff Association is talking with, not Boss O, but the guy that took Boss O, please, they got a gentleman's agreement, but this is a long-term thing. Many jails are now going towards charging inmates, charging other counties. Wilcox County got some inmates, they not charging us anything. Bill County said they gonna charge us something, they hadn't put anything together yet. So, once we can get a sheriff directions from which we take the inmates, then we'll be alleviated with them, and then we'll start talking to each one of the counties that send us an invoice to make sure it's in compliance with what we're saying that we're willing to do, at $25 or $20, whichever, what we can negotiate with them to clear out a bill. But you've seen that every 30 days, that figure will be there. It may go up, it may come down, we just don't know. But at this point, we need a motion to enter into a contract for Marino County to house Perry County, all Perry County inmates.
So we have all the inmates out in one place,
That's correct.
all right?
That's correct.
We all want to talk to the sheriff and commissioners, and they agree to it, right?
Did that today.
I have a question, if the sheriff has some that Wilcox County, somebody keep them for free, you gonna leave those, they can stay down there?
It's your king.
Okay. Okay. I know
Yeah,
all
well-
of them, but if we have some that,
That
You got a
is
special
agreement,
lane.
they got an agreement with,
okay,
we'll go, we'll go along with we ain't looking to spend no money, but we know we gotta get them a place by law to house inmates.
I make a motion to enter an MOU.
Contract,
Contract, I thought it was MOU.
it's a contract. Contract for 30 days, with, Marengo automatic renew. There's one party, a written notice in 10 days. We'll be responsible for all medical. And I'm gonna ask our nurse practitioner to make a trip once a month to Marengo, along with their there, make sure the medicines and everything is intact, and keep the debtors from having to run down there with a bag of medicine and come back. She has a medical chart, she's been charting them that they need to schedule medical, and they can get those scheduled, and have some kind of order set up. Somebody called them from Marengo County, your inmate sick, you got a bad tooth, and you got to run down there, to have somebody that will be able to evaluate them and see what it is that is needed, make sure they have the right medicines. She was able to get some of the medicines free from Cahaba. So those things are things that we didn't do initially, that we can do now to mitigate costs, mitigate travel, and we'll just pay her hourly wage of $60 an hour, maximizing that 4 hours a month.
So Ms. Lewis made a motion, motion been made, 30 days I seconded, so let's move on.
We moved by Commissioner Lewis that we enter a contract at $25 per day per inmate with Marengo County, Perry County, being responsible for the housing, for the medical and transportation of inmates. Seeing no further discussion, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, have the same right. Motion carried. Day 10 day.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we pay at least $15,000 to Hale County. We can't just keep kicking this bucket down the road.
I would pay for $15, see if they would accept that $15 total bill.
So we need to pay something.
I mean, I don't want to pay $15.
Let us-
I was asking, would that satisfy the total bill?
Let us see what Judge has negotiated, and if they've negotiated a price, then we'll have to go ahead on. I'm not trying to get anything for free. I know it's a cost for them to incur, to hold our inmates. We appreciate them holding the inmates, and if when come back and tell me that this is what we've decided, or this is what they said they get, then we'll go from there.
It's for you.
To the judge get a compromise, look as if they're second.
I would make a motion to say, you know, the judge ain't get it down to 15,000, how much, 30,000?
31,000 now.
I would see if it would take the 15.
Well, I call over and ask, if they say yeah, then we'll.
You know, lockdown, 15,000, and a lot better put it on progress, I think, we
The sheriff right there.
Well, let's make a motion that we'll table with us,
make a motion, call on them, see if they'll pay 15.
let's get it so she can get it now. Make a motion to table Mr. Harrison, motion to pay 15,000 of the 31,000. And I need a second.
I say,
Well, I need a motion.
he made the motion.
He made a motion to pay 15,000.
I made a motion to table it and see if it's,
If they would pay
pay
15,000.
15,000, at that time, when we take it, we should pay it.
Okay.
Now, that's my motion, somebody will second.
It's been seconded by Mrs. Howes. That we table the original motion, see if they were willing to take 15,000. If they're willing to take the 15,000, we will pay it.
You clear that up.
And the motion was seconded by Mrs. Howes. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, that same, right?
Nay.
One nay. Okay, let's hear from our, attorney.
Good evening, Mr. Chair, Commissioner. Mr. Chestnut has asked that I present to you for approval of memorandum of understanding that he prepared. This is, as it relates to the, paving of that portion of Cedar Bluff Road that lies within the city limits. And so this is the memorandum of understanding from the city of Uniontown and Perry County Commission. Do y'all have those already? I have copies I'll present to you.
We need one copy to sign and then, ask Ms. Lewis if you would take it to Mayor Miller on Monday night.
Good note from our review of this memorandum that basically it states that the city of Uniontown will assist with the county and work with our county engineer in any way that the engineer deems appropriate. The city will identify and hold the harmless, hold up the county harmless. So if there's any liability, that will fall on the city of Uniontown as it relates to this project. The city of Uniontown has also agreed to provide traffic control, to signage as needed, and the closing of streets as needed, all directed by our engineer. Finally, as far as the monetary portion of this, the city of Uniontown agrees to reimburse the county $3,000 for the equipment and manpower that's utilized for the paving of this project. Again, Cedar Bluff Road within the city limits.
How much is that whole project gonna cost?
I do not know what the total project is.
Mr. Kimbrough has that. What is it? The Cedar Road.
It was a little over 200,000 just for the Super Bowl.
City go pay $3,000.
Yeah, that's just a nominal fee, that's just a thing, we're not trying to charge them. Is there a motion that we, enter into this MOU with the city of Uniontown for Cedar Bluff Road?
I make a motion.
Been moved by Commissioner Lewis, second.
I'll say.
Second by Mrs. Howe, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed, have the same right. I'm gonna give you this copy, I signed Mr. Lewis to take for Monday night. Madam Administrator, if you would attest to this, and give it to Mr. Lewis.
Since we've already discussed the Moreno County Jail project, I think the final thing for discussion, we will unfortunately have to go into executive session because it is dealing with any litigation and the possible resolution strategy, that sort of thing. So, we can, other than that, I'm not.
We go to that at the end of the
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now to the, administrative report.
Yes. Good evening. I have received some information from the former Revenue Commissioner, Christine Jackson. She wanted to make sure that you had this information. And our new Revenue Commissioner has signed the papers. So this is the County Commission at its first regular meeting in February shall levy the amount of all taxes required for county expenses for the current year, not to exceed 1/2 of 1% of the value of taxable property as shown by assessment records. In accordance with the Code of Alabama, the Perry County Revenue Commissioner hereby asks permission of the Perry County Commission to levy and certify the following tax rate for year 1, October 2025 through September 2026. To the Perry County Commissioners, these rates are ad valorem taxes apply for all classes of property, real, personal, expressed in meals. State, 0.0065, general, 0.0025, soldier, solidarity, 0.001, school, 0.003, county tax, 0.5, general, 0.0138, road and bridge, 0.0035, hospital, 0.0025, fire protection, 0.003, school, 0.0117, special school tax, 0.006, 40.5 meals, including 9 meals, increase for school and general fund, Act 88-816, and additional 0.006 meals, increase from special election for school reference Alabama Code Section 1613-197. Amendment 3 ratified and Amendment 382 ratified. Also includes 3 meals, Fire Protection Act number 95-385. Alabama Code Section 405171, municipal tax, previously affirmed by the city government, Marion, 6 meals, Uniontown, 8 meals, Alabama Forestry, tax levy, 0.10%. Perry County Revenue Commissioner, signed by Revenue Commissioner, the newly elected, and we congratulate you, Rita Conner Smith.
We'll have Ms. Smith to come up and say a few words after we do this.
Wait, is the tax gonna stay the same, you increase the tax?
The tax gonna stay the same for the next 3 years.
I would make it clear, if the property tax will be just as good as
Last year, for the next 3 years.
not going up.
It's not going up for the next 3 years. All right, let me have a motion that we levy taxes for the operation of Perry County government.
Make a motion with you.
Need a mo-
Wait a minute, as long as it stays the same.
There's a motion that we adopt the resolution from the revenue commissioner, is there a second?
As long as it stays the same.
As long as it stays the same, that's my name. Second by Ms. Allen, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, have the same right. Motion carries. While we at that point, Mrs. Kiner, would you come up, Mrs. Smith, would you come up and let us welcome Mr. Smith, the governor appointed Mr. Smith on last Friday. We look forward to working with Mrs. Smith. She will carry out the term of Mrs. Jackson, and she is unopposed in the primary and the general. Unless you get rolled in, she should be our next revenue commissioner for the next 6 years. So she will have 7 years in that office. Ms. Smith?
I just want to say thank you to the citizens of Perry County and all of the commissioners, and I look forward to working with you.
Thank you so much, and we look forward to working with you and your staff. As we do know that with this appointment, there will be a vacancy open in her office, and we do need to advertise for the vacancy so it can be filled. Right now, we have a contract person in there. But I do. Excuse me.
How is that? How do we have a contract person?
Voted on.
You the contract, but
This is the lady's name, Dale Gilliam. Gilliam is,
Voted on gave a 12-month contract. You know, it's a 12-month contract. Yeah.
she's holding that, but we need to go ahead and advertise, since now we know that this council will be the revenue commissioner, we need to fill that position, and then, there'll be 2 positions, and she may wanna do one in-house, as a promotion for in-house to move to Mrs. Connors, to Mrs. Smith's position, and then filling the position, of, Mr., what's your position?
Personal property technician.
Personal property technician, that's the position that we, need to advertise. We have a motion that we advertise in the local paper, for a personal property technician. Been Second by Mr. Harrison, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed, have the same right. That we advertise in-house for, what was your position, Rita?
Map support.
Mapping support. We advertise for mapping, in-house for mapping support personnel. The advertisement will be inside the confines of Perry County Court for mapping support personnel.
Is that what you recommend?
I really don't recommend anything right now. I know that we got a new employee there. I haven't worked with her, so I would like to get the time to get to know her. And
We're not saying that that person will be, we just advertise it, so you have applications, and you will be in the process of selecting the person that goes into that
But
position.
I'm definitely looking at an in-house for one of those positions.
So if we advertise in-house for your old position, that's be within the confines of Perry County employment.
Yeah, in-house.
You satisfied with that?
Yes.
So that's where we are right now. That we have an in-house application for mapping support personnel. So we got a motion. Been moved by Commissioner Long, is that second? Second by Commissioner Howe, that we advertise in-house for mapping support personnel. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, have the same right. Motion carries. We had some National Guard Loan Grant. They grant for $500,000. That's gonna be a reimbursable grant that will come down from the USDA. We have decided that on today it will be in $100,000 increments that we pay out. Those things that require bid, we will bid out. Those things that doesn't require bid, we can look at a list of those employees or contractors that have worked with the county and had good standing to do those things. We have until June 1 to spend this money, and we
June 1 to 26 or 27?
26 to spend money, and right now the maintenance of just putting the plumbing together, killing the insecticide, killing whatever mold or whatever, we've done that. None of that has cost us more than $15,000 as of yet. We did get the bathrooms operable water running, and then we cleaned out the building where those things were there in that building. So we've cleaned the building out. We've redone the plumbing and the commodes there. Thus far, we will send those invoices to USDA, and they'll send us a check back. Today we asked if we could go ahead on, and initially was that we had to spend $500,000, and then they would send us a check for $500,000. I told them that was not feasible, that we need to break it down, so they would agree to break it down into $100,000 increments each month. So we would be able monthly to make that payment. That's why we went to quarterly payment at the bank note, so we have that cash money flowing. The other thing that, another thing on they did remove the mold and did the spraying of the building and all that.
So we pulled them off the jail, we're working with all.
Now, we didn't put them off the jail, so we kept adding stuff to the jail. What do you have, Mr. Lewis? You have something else?
Yeah, I'm still, on the old guard right now. I appreciate you taking time, but I want to ask one question. With the grant funding, you explained that we got to spend it and we get reimbursed. Right now, you think we need to pause the work at the guard and focus on the jail? Because we don't really have the funding to work on both at the same time. Even though we get reimbursed, you know, you got the process of spending that and getting it back again, back and forth.
What we're gonna do is borrow the money from, the bank to handle the jail. That wouldn't be anything to do with the army. The army is up and ready. I don't foresee.
Just like this.
You got anything else? We're going to executive session.
Yes, the administrator with the probationary period, we never did get clear in the minutes with the motion that I made. So, right now, is she an employee on probationary period or she's not?
Right now, I'm listening at the tape, and that's what we'll do to satisfy any ambiguity that you may have about this. We will allow you like we did for the other one to listen at the tape. According to the tape, she is the administrator with a probationary period, so for you all to review and her time. So if you want to listen at the tape tomorrow or whatever day.
Well, I know what I have read, I'm not listening to tape.
You need to.
I don't mean to put y'all, but I'm just saying, I know what I said, so the tape really won't clarify the thing. The point that I'm trying to make is that if she is on probationary period, or I rescind my motion or whatever, but I'd like to make a motion to end all agreements with the administrator.
Sir?
That motion is not in order. And we'll.
Why is it not in order?
Because you have, the reason is that the official record is the minutes of commission meeting. It's not what we think we said, it's what we said. And why don't we just have an opportunity to listen to what was said, whatever was said, that will be the record, and then we can go move forward.
Well, I'd like to make a motion to rescind my motion.
Sir?
Well, this is 6 months after you made a motion. You have to rescind a motion at the preceding meeting after you make that motion.
The minutes
So,
of the last was not ready.
that motion is not in order. The motion is, to rescind a motion can only be made at a preceding meeting after the motion was made, or really after you make the motion. You can't close. The minute being approved or not approved has nothing to do with it. If the minutes, when you have minutes that have not been approved, well, I'm having the table.
Well, you're not doing it.
You may think so, but that's where we are with that. So until we listen at the minutes, Mr. Lewis, I think we will be able to resolve whatever, situation we have, and then we will act thus. At this point, we're going to the executive session.
So.
On the 6-month probationary period.
We're gonna go with it.
We don't make a motion. I'm saying, what, within those 6 months, you can have agreed to say within that 6-month probationary period, right?
Great question, let me make sure I know that.
Under probationary period of 6 months, under that probationary period, you can cut ties anytime within that 6 months.
You made a,
Commission, yes.
but you made a motion to make a permit.
That was your permit.
Once we get a change, that's what we need. Let's go into executive session. Get a motion to go into executive session.
Says he knows.
Make a motion to go into executive session.
executive session, or not? We can make a motion. I mean,
The motion has been made by Ms. Howe and seconded by, Commissioner Long, that we're going to executive session to discuss the legal matter. All in